Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast whose name is Priority, a podcast, The Talk, where me and my co-host Nat talk about everything from movies and TV shows to politics and existential crisis. So sit down, grab a cup of tea, and let's talk about Arcane, Season 2.
Also known as the final season, even though we were supposed to get 5.
Yeah.
But apparently those additional seasons are being turned into spin-offs instead, which I'm not complaining.
I mean, Mel's last words were really just catch me in the Noxus spinoff.
But yeah. Also the fact that a lot of characters' fates are left ambiguous. There's specifically one character who's also my PFP, where you're meant to think she's dead, but she's very clearly not.
I mean, I wouldn't say you're meant to think she's dead. I mean, Caitlyn certainly doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, they do kind of they really focus in on that diagram, those blueprints, and really focus in on those events. And then you have one of the final shots. I can't remember if it is the final shot, but you have the airship going away. So yeah, but we're jumping the gun a bit. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves.
Indeed.
So I can't remember how we talked about the first season. I kind of just want to give my general thoughts first, and then you can bounce off of them.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so I want to say, firstly, a lot of shit happens this season, and
yeah, almost breakneck, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I would say it's fast-paced, but not rushed. It's just they throw a lot at you, and some
they do it in a way that doesn't feel like they've left out anything.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like they've left out anything, but I also think that's to the detriment of the story, because there is so much happening all at once and it's happening so fast, it can take a while to process. Like, it's a lot of stuff that you have to take in and accept within such a short time frame. Whereas the first season, which I'd only watched a few months ago, so it's still relatively fresh in my mind, I didn't feel like it had that same issue. Like, there's just so much that happens in just each act alone.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
Yeah, like, I mean, okay, like, where certain characters end up. So, like, okay, well, let's go. Do you remember what happens in each specific act?
More or less.
Okay, well, let's go act by act. So, let's start with Act 1.
All right, so Act 1 starts us off with basically the aftermath of blowing up everyone.
Yeah, except like 3 or 4 people.
Right. And I think the most prominent thing of note there is you get to see that Mel has like a little like glowy effect that we find out later is because she's like a mage or something, but it's basically the reason why Jace and her aren't dead and almost everyone else is.
Yeah, besides they have in-universe plot armor.
Yeah, it's pretty plot armory.
Yeah. But I was surprised because I know I made the joke last time of there's no way anyone survives that, and then we came to the conclusion at least those 2 will. But it's a surprise that it wasn't just them; there were a few others.
But yeah, to the show's benefit, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though one of them gets his shit walked later on, but again, that's way later down the line.
True.
Okay, what else happened in the first act?
Well, that's basically the first scene. We see Jace and Victor's thing of like, oh my God, Victor, no! I know I was supposed to destroy this thing, but you have to live, right? And so that's basically like just the first scene. I bring that up to see if you have any thoughts about that. Like, at all.
Specifically about that scene, or Jason Victor?
Like what it kind of tells you about Jason Victor.
Let me think. Well, what are your thoughts on it? Let me see if I can bounce off of those.
I mean, it's like Bro was given a direct promise. Hey, I won't destroy this thing for you because you asked me to. But the second that doesn't align with something that Jace wants, Jace goes against that to save his friend. And Victor even comes out later to be like, I wanted to die. Why did you bring me back to life? That was where I was supposed to be. That's where my journey was supposed to end. And it really informs a lot about how Jace is the type of person to have like strong principles until those principles get in the way of him getting something. You know?
Oh yeah, and this builds off his character from the first season where he can be very flip-floppy despite having, you know, quote-unquote strong morals, right? I remember the whole thing where he wanted to go to war and all of that, and then as soon as one child dies, he's all of a sudden like, nope, no, we're not doing this. So it's very much a case of he likes to think that he holds these strong beliefs, but the second something challenges them, it's like he instantly switches just like that, especially when it affects him personally.
Yeah, he's very quick to immediately cave to what Jace wants versus the morals Jace is supposed to be holding. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. From there, we get the Kate and Vi scene. We get the Caitlyn scene. That beautiful Cole drawn background scene.
Mm-hmm.
Which informs a lot about how Kate's feeling, all of the everything in the world kind of dying around her as she focuses on her mother, focuses on herself, focuses on Vi. You know, and it really informs a lot of what she does throughout the rest of the season. And I think it's beautifully animated. Beautifully animated.
Oh yeah, I think even firstly, I don't know a single person who doesn't like Arcane who has watched it. But even if you could find 1 out of 8 billion people who doesn't like it, I guarantee you it will not be for the animation, because the series is beautifully animated, and that rings true for the second season as well.
Very much so. Beautiful shots all around. Then, of course, Caitlyn trying to get Vi to join the people who've killed her parents.
Yeah, not the smartest thing to try to do.
Yeah, which that's it fails, and it fails for good reasons. I think it's a very apt that their characters would make those choices. Didn't feel like it felt very in character, right? They would have been very out of character. The show was just like Vi was just like, yeah, I'll immediately join the enforcers to help you.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made much sense.
Yeah, Vi goes out, gets drunk.
Yeah.
with Shield Bro, as I like to call him.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. Gets found by Maddie.
Yeah, everyone's new favorite character.
Yeah, everyone's new favorite character, especially like immediately on that scene, she's like this ray of sunshine, immediately calls Vi one of the good ones.
Yeah, which was very, as I was watching, I was like, oh, this is kind of problematic.
Yeah. Which is like on purpose, right? Just to show like, oh, even like the most nicest person ever can be a bigot.
Yeah. I mean,
you're not being a bigot just because.
Yeah, because that's the whole idea of bigotry, right? Is that in a lot of cases people aren't aware that that's what they are. I mean, how many times have you called a racist person a racist and they tried to deny it? It's because like it's a negative label with a negative connotation. They don't want to be called that, when if they just accepted the label and embraced it, they could change and grow as a person.
True. Trying to think. We get the great scene with Mel having to hold down the handle since Jace was like, I quit.
Yeah.
So, also, Arcane Season 2 can basically just be called Arcane. Use someone's words against themselves.
Oh yeah, that was I remember when you and me watched the first act together, and we pointed that out, and then the rest of the acts I watched on my own, and I kept that in the back of my mind because I swear to God, you can make a drinking game out of
Times they do.
Because I swear to God, in the very next episode, the very first episode of Act 2, they do that.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. The writers were very proud of themselves, you could tell.
Yeah, wordplay was the name of the game for Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But also beautiful music sequences that don't just tell you the story, but tell you like how everyone feels at the moment about what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why they use it so much, is that you get the feeling of everything. And it really informs on the characters. And I think that's something that people miss in this show is like, oh, well, they're not. There's no like slow scene where a character like really expounds about themselves. It's like, yeah, there are. It's the music.
Yeah, because
you get the same of emotional resonance as you do because that's what music does. It's good. It's clever.
Yeah, because that was actually a critique that I saw about the series online. Is a lot of people had a major problem with. They felt like because every single episode pretty much has like its own music video, and a lot of people felt like because they're compacting so much story into only 9 episodes that they were, and these aren't my words, that they were compacting it in these sort of music videos, and a lot of people didn't like that. You know, a lot of people were saying like, oh, do y'all have well fleshed out side characters? Oh nah, we got Riot game music videos and stuff like that. But I agree with your take and a lot of other people's takes that the music and the visuals that go with the music convey the emotions you're supposed to feel. Like, you tell the story from the visuals because it's a visual medium.
Yeah. Right after the council meeting was probably, I think I flipped those 2 scenes. We get a scene with Jace and Caitlyn, which really, really made me realize that, oh, like these people are supposed to like know each other.
Yeah.
Right? Like I completely forgot that in the first season, they're seen together in the first scene with them are to them together. It's like, huh.
Yeah.
I always forget that.
Because all these characters are off doing like their own things that you forget if they've even interacted, which isn't really a critique, it's just an example of how big of how grand the story is and how much is going on.
Yeah, but it really helped their energy. They have a real good like little sister, older brother thing going on. And kind of wish that we got a little bit more of it, but you kind of really just get that scene and not much else.
Yeah.
Because Jay goes on a character arc.
Oh yeah, a character arc is one way to put what happens to him.
Right. Dang, and this is all still just the first episode of season 1, ain't it? That's crazy.
Yeah.
We'll probably be able to speed along the other ones more though, because of how the story goes with those.
Mm-hmm.
But because like episode 1 has a lot of setup, you gotta build these people back up. We get the greatest scene of Jace showing off what men want in their relationships, which is absolutely disgusting. Emotional vulnerability.
I know, absolutely despicable. If you listening or watching this podcast are a man who wants emotional vulnerability in your relationship, reconsider your life choices. That's disgusting. How dare you?
Indeed. Absolutely disrespectful, despicable, disgraceful.
Yeah, we're all about toxic masculinity here. Our shout out for this podcast is Andrew Tate.
Nope. No. We want to get canceled, but we don't want to get. But we want to get canceled the right way. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did do this sex trafficking. I forgot.
Yeah. And even if he didn't, he's a prick who's teaching young children to be dicks to women, which is dumb.
Yeah.
You're not played by being a prick.
Yeah. Can we get L misogyny in the chat?
Yeah, that's the message of this episode.
Can we add,
as we will soon find out, very, very, very much so in Act 3.
Yeah. We should add misogyny as like the fourth thing. You know how we here at what's the saying? We don't condone necrophilia, bestiality, pedophilia. We also don't support bigotry. That's the fourth one.
Yeah, this is the fourth one slapped on there. It's like no bigotry.
Yeah.
Or here.
Fifth one, don't be a dick.
Yeah. Not no bigotry. Don't be a dick. That's it. It's like we all of our values are don't do necrophilia, pedophilia, bestiality, and also don't be a dick.
Yeah, there we go. Now we gotta update that. Now we got the 4 pillars.
4 pillars that society must stand on or it collapses. Speaking of collapsing society, we head over to what happens? We do a beautiful scene of commemorating the lost members of the council, Kate's mom, and these 2 randos.
You know, we these League of Legends, if so to speak.
Yeah, before it gets jumped by apparently a Kim Baron, who was the mother to the kid Jace killed.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. That is some
heavy karma coming back to haunt your ass.
Poetic irony. Beautiful.
Yeah, so Mel is safe because it was Bessa who started it. I'm just gonna say that Bessa caused the riot. Very clever. Jace almost gets cut in half. Vi has to come in clutch with the Hex Tech hammer to save his ass.
Yeah.
The only characters that we know: Shield Guy, Maddie, Fish Dude.
These only guys we know. Can't name most of them.
Caitlyn. Was there another character there? All have to squat up on the council to make sure they don't die before Mbessa comes through. Jason, Vi almost clutch up the team victory morale before Mbessa steals like a boss. Can't use his legs no more.
Oh yeah, skill issue, honestly.
Skill issue for real. Especially since the council doesn't have any wheelchair accessibility.
Yeah, we don't do that disabled stuff over here, you know.
Yeah, and then Caitlyn rides down an elevator with the squad to do the hardest squad pose. Feel free to screenshot ending of an episode.
Yeah, and I will put said screenshot on the screen, so you may screenshot it.
Yeah, no, it goes hard. You can see Vi in the corner like, I didn't want to be wearing this outfit, but I kind of have to be. I really wanted to use my gloves again.
Yeah.
Bitch mittens, as so poetically put.
Oh yeah, by a certain someone later on.
All right, and then we get our first Warwick teaser. I'm not even going to go in detail with this. 3 Warwick teasers, they're all great. I think episode 1 is a really good opening for the season. It's really strong.
It's very strong indeed. I agree.
Then Act 2, we open with Jinx, the goat. Finally, the voices have shut the fuck up for a moment.
Wait, you said Act 2 or Episode 2?
Episode 2.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. Then we get the greatest transition to music playing ever. Screaming underwater.
Yeah.
As we follow a little kid that we do they ever say Isha's name?
Yes, they do. I checked. They do say her name.
When is it said? Because I don't think it said.
I know for a fact it said. Spoiler alert. It said before she dies. Because if you Isolate. If you isolate the voices and mute the music, you can hear Jinx shout her name.
Okay. So basically, never said.
Yeah, thank you, subtitles.
Right. Thank you, subtitles, for telling us this child's name.
Yeah.
We follow up on Isha running from a bunch of kin barons for some reason. The kin barons are warring since everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Jinx is off doing whatever. She runs into the kid. She does the coolest, gun work. What's playing like gun trick? She does the coolest gun trick ever of immediately shooting for his.
I was gonna say marksmanship.
Yeah, smooth ass marksmanship. As we quickly realize about 3 episodes later that this child is deaf. Good thing too, the gun was right next to her ear.
Yeah. She would have been screwed otherwise.
Yeah, but it's really cool. There's even details that her eyes don't look at people's eyes. She looks at their mouth so that she can read the lips. Very clever.
Cool.
Good job, animators.
Yeah, I did not pick up on that. That's awesome.
Yeah. And she won't react to something someone's saying if she can't see them. It's very cool. It's very clever.
Mm-hmm.
They did good. They did good writing child character who is deaf.
Yes, and who will soon meet death.
Yeah, and then, we get some more Kim Baron action with your boy, whatever the fucking dude was called. I don't remember his name. Later.
Describe what he looks like.
The weird furry one of the Kim Baron trio. That's
wait here. Let me look this up.
Yeah, I don't remember bro's name, but we get our hints at what they're doing underground. What our hit squad's doing underground. Bro gets so spooked. Also, I didn't really catch that. Why he's so spooked is that they came out and were like, "Tell us where Jinx is, or we'll arrest you." Which is why he brings up handing over Jinx.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's how they know where to go to find Jinx, is that he sold her out. Which is why he says later, "Oh, they didn't catch you? I guess I can up my finder's fee now."
Yeah.
Okay, because it was all him. It was all bro. It was all dude bro.
Mm-hmm.
They says something to Savika that Savika then gets to spit in his face right before his death.
Yeah.
Savika and Jinx complains about a dead man.
Mm-hmm.
Jinx almost gets tear gassed to death. Well, not to death, but to capture.
Yeah, to incapacitated.
To incapacitated, escapes. Caitlyn shows that she really should not be wielding a gun at the moment, but just randomly firing off into a direction because of trauma.
Yeah, which that's if you're a law enforcement officer or you're in the military, that's always a good excuse if you're firing blindly.
Yeah, absolutely spooking the member of your 5-man squad. Totally reasonable thing to be doing. Jinx throws Savika the fucking most unbalanced arm in existence. I don't understand how Savika can walk while wearing it, even after its upgrades.
She's just built different.
Just built different, I guess. We kill a rat, and then we set up for episode 3.
Mm-hmm. Pretty straightforward, to the point.
Yeah, and then we get the hardest music video ever as we gas people with non-breathable air.
That sounds so crazy. Yeah, we get a music video where we gas people.
Yeah, I mean, that is factually what they're doing. They built the vent so that they could, so they could breathe, and then they kept the key so that they could turn it off whenever they wanted. So to fuck over the underthing. It's fucked.
Yeah.
And then we use police brutality to get the information of where Jinx is. Then we have heavy lesbian makeout sets before kicking out the side characters so that this can just be a 2v2.
Uh-huh.
Caitlyn makes the big mistake of assuming that their enemy would be standing in an obvious position out in the open. Gets ganged up on by Savika. And right before we continue that fight, we have to go back in time because because Echo finds out that his tree's dying. So Heimendinger, way too excited to be a rogue now instead of just a scientist,
Yeah.
breaks into a place and then almost gets got because he looks like another kid for Jace to shoot at.
Yeah. That's fucked. Come on, Bo.
We all know it's true. And the why Jace is so trigger happy is that his robosexual life partner Victor finally wakes up from his coma, says, "You literally did everything I didn't want you to do. We're not friends anymore. I mean, wait, hold on, my bad. We're not lovers anymore."
No. He specifically said, no, I remember Jace says, but we're partners.
Yeah. It was just the fact that kept them together, though. And so Victor leaves and then becomes Hex Tech Jesus. He becomes the Messiah, who does the greatest glow up in the world. But, we'll check back into that hippie society later. Because Jace is now with Echo. And Echo's like, oh, so you're killing my tree. And Jace is like, no, not on purpose. And then they head on down to the underground part of the Hex Tech's gates, which, if explodes, would fuck over the Undercity. But Jace doesn't even consider that as. Go on.
Until the final act, I remember seeing people really hating on Jace, like literally praying for his downfall, and we all know why. Especially later on in Act 2, but you can start seeing the seedings here about how Jace is becoming progressively less and less likable.
True. Though, to be fair, it's kind of building on itself because it's Jace being Jace, but more obviously. So more people are like, I've been smoking the Jace pack since season 1, and some people are like, can you pass the blunt, please?
No, because I'm kind of in that gate, because in the first season, Jace did some pretty shitty things, like the whole thing with, flip-flopping on his beliefs and his morality, but I was able to look past that, because I was like, at least he's trying to do the right thing, but it feels like in season 2, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, until that last episode made it make a little bit more sense. Yeah, well, not last, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
His episode he shared the spotlight with.
Yeah. By the way, I'm so excited because I have the most to say about the final act, but we'll get there. We're building to it.
So let's see. So Jace, Echo, and Heimerdinger then become. Some shit happens to him, as we find out later, thrown out time and space because bro just had to hit the wild room with a hammer, which they find out there's a wild room down there.
Oh yeah,
which is natural magic that go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, all the Hex Tech gear that Vi and Caitlin are using kind of start fucking up. They kind of get their ass beat, but they kind of don't. And finally, Jinx is about to die. All right, Vi is going to punch. He is full force, ready to do it. And then a child gets in the way. So Isha is the goat. Goat. And then Caitlin almost shoots a child. Point blank.
Caitlin almost commits child murder. Like, I get she's been traumatized. She lost her mom. She's having this weird on and off thing with her lesbian lover. But it can't get to that point where you're willing to shoot a child.
Favorite thing about it, that Isha's head is directly behind Jinx the second that Caitlin has a clear shot. That I've seen how good that Hex Tech stuff is. It would have gone through Jinx's skull and killed Isha.
Yeah. But Caitlin over here, like, a small price to pay for salvation. Like,
all right. So the scene is stalled long enough that Jinx doesn't get to do suicide by sister.
Yeah, her first of many suicide attempts this season.
Yeah, for real though. Savika pulls up over many colors, and then we have the first breakup of the season. Oh no, I'm sorry, my bad. The second breakup of the season. with Kate and Vi. Of course, the first one being Jason and Victor.
God, there's so much angst and toxic doomed Yuri and Yaoi fit within just like one season.
One act. People were already making memes.
Yeah, we know, but especially this season, they really they're not hiding it.
Right, and then in the background, Mel got kidnapped by some Black Rose entity, and Bessa proves that she should really be able to kick its ass with those weird runes that they use to counter magic. Like, that just seems broken, but whatever. Don't know why you need hex tech.
Yeah.
Then Mbessa kills a woman, blames it on the Undercity like you do, and then makes Caitlyn dictator, because why have a nigga with no legs when you can have girl boss with two?
Exactly. Honestly, that's a hell of a quote.
And then Maddie drops the first hints that she's a traitor. My favorite thing, and then we get the glorious opening to Act 2.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I have the episode list pulled up, and I'm looking at all the titles of the episodes, and some of these titles I'm seeing for the first time, because the app that I watched it on, sometimes the titles wouldn't load. So this is very interesting. I had no idea this episode, the start of Act 2 is called Paint the Town Blue. I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, no, we knew, the people I was watching with, we figured that it was going to be an episode title. We just didn't know which episode. I guessed 5, so I was wrong.
Mm-hmm. But you were close. I
was close. So close. I knew it had to happen in Act 2. I just assumed that the riots would start Act 2 on the second episode, not the first. Mm-hmm. It was whenever riots. So we pick up with Jinx saying Jinx is dead and all that, hanging out with Isha, and all that's cool. But over in Piltoverland, we can't figure out how Hex Tech works because the only guy who could do it is gone.
It's gone. And Bessa is in the multiverse somewhere.
Yeah. Bessa is losing her shit, and Caitlyn found another lover. Ain't that wild?
God, you should have been on Twitter that day. Oh my god, people were so mad. People were literally praying for this fictional character's death.
Well,
they succeeded. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Caitlyn's not actually wanting to be a dictator, which makes sense. He only really hated Jinx. Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
But she let that hatred bleed out a little bit to other niggas getting in the way. Started calling people animals, a little wild. But, once she's dictator, she's like, this is kind of wild. I don't want to be doing this. And Bessa's losing her grips on Caitlyn. Even her implant can't really get Caitlyn to vibe with police brutality.
Yeah.
And, police brutality really needs to only be used in the most dire of situations in terms of Caitlyn's head, I guess.
Nope, I'm taking that first part of that sentence and I'm quoting you on that. Police brutality doesn't have to be. I already forgot what you said, but it's.
You have a recording of it. It's fine.
Yeah. So that's 2 quotes I've gotten out of you so far. This is very fun.
Yeah. So. And then we get Savika and Isha being like, Jinx, you have to be a symbol now. And Isha being like, well, if you're not going to be the symbol, I'll do it. And doing, gets arrested, alongside your boy Singed, who went here on purpose to get arrested to show off Warwick. Bro has that 5-head strategy.
Bro is 16 steps ahead.
For real. Jinx finally gets off her ass, gets called a clown for wearing pants that look stupid.
Oh yeah, that scene was hilarious. And the way the way Jinx responds, she's just like, what's wrong with my pants?
Right? Jinx comes in, she's a hero, everyone greets her as a hero, everyone's so happy.
Yeah, they're like, yay, revolution.
Shin's just like, nah, I'm good here.
I'm gonna do my own thing.
Right? Which also, and then, Isha, Savika, Jinx think they're gonna have to fight through this horde of enforcers. That would be pretty bad. And then Warwick arrives and wrecks shit everywhere. Then we get Warwick versus Jinx, hard ass fight as Savika says, Isha, please, you cannot die here.
Mm-hmm. Not here.
Right? And then we get the hardest ending of any episode. Outer. Which that went crazy.
Yeah.
Then we open. Oh no, go on.
I was gonna say. Also, I'm noticing you're saying a lot of stuff is the quote unquote hardest. We've had the hardest music video, the hardest ending.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Hardest way to open a music video. There's a lot of hardest things. Then we get Vi's Tony Stark arc. Where she really starts drinking, lets herself go so hard that the dude was like, "Wait, that's a dictatorship. That's authoritarianism. I'm out. I don't want to be that." Gets tired of her shit. And then Vi almost tries to kill Jinx before Jinx is like, "But our dad is alive. Our second dad 2.
Yeah, the Electric Boogaloo.
And then, we find out that Vander tried to get to Silco, and, maybe if he did, Silco wouldn't be dead, he wouldn't be dead, they wouldn't be chasing down a wolf. But before we find that, Jinx absolutely roasts the hell out of Vi so hard that she accidentally smacks a child.
Oh, yeah. That scene between them, the banter between them is just phenomenal. Just very entertaining to watch.
I mean, that's some real sibling behavior, down to the third sibling in the room trying to get in the middle.
No, because that's actually so true, because I have 2 younger brothers. So that's actually so real. I can verify that.
So real. And they head down, they find Warwick. Warwick's going crazy. Jinx is like, "Please, sister, trust me. That's our father. Don't do this." Then we get the saddest music video. Second music video.
Oh, is this where they do the flashback to their mom when she was still alive?
No, they don't. Do they do the flashback here? Yes, they do the flashback, and then we get a bit of music on we get a music thing of his memories of them. Then we see Vi put down her hands, and then finds out she's hugging Vander, and it's all wholesome. And the episode ends amazing, and it's awesome. And Isha joins in with the hug. It is so wholesome, and then the Arcane really gave us everything we ever could want, so that they could rip it away at the end of the arc.
Yeah. You can have a little happiness, a little serotonin, but then we're taking it right back.
Right back. As we head over to what Victor's been doing. Let's go, Victor!
Yeah, here we go, our Lord and Savior.
And before we find out what Victor specifically has done, we find out that bro wanted his legs back so bad that he went to Hextech Jesus and accidentally finds Jace, and Jace is like, "Victor, you gotta stop this. It all goes wrong." And Victor's like, "Bro, that's Yap. Stop the cap. Come on, meet me." And Jace is like,
I don't think he said it like that.
And Jace is like, "Hey, you, follower of Victor. I can't let you leave."
And
then bro's like, "I'm sorry you feel that way," and then tries to leave, and then gets crushed by the hammer of justice.
I don't know what it was, but that death in particular was just brutal. Like, he just starts walking away, and then right from behind. I don't know, that really fucked with me.
Yeah, that's crazy. Also, bro with the broken leg, hard ass beard, bro really glowed up. Jace really did the apocalypse glow up.
Apocalypse glow up is a very real thing. Look at any apocalypse story; it happens.
Real talk. And then so we get Victor. Victor tries to help Vander, and bro basically almost succeeds. And then Singed in the background was like, hey, yo, so I have this weapon, and if you want the weapon, help me with my daughter. And so, bro, again, Singed, 5 head, all right, did literally everything that happens in Arcane is Singe's fault.
And he's one of the only people who gets a happy ending, but once again, we'll get to that.
Only person to get the perfect ending. Bro, he got his ending, bro, and nothing went wrong for him.
He was the actual protagonist the entire time. He was the protagonist.
He wasn't the protagonist, but bro took straight dubs back to back to back without fail. And bro rolls up and is like, "Hey Victor, you're pretty weak. If we use this thing, you'll get stronger, and then you can help my daughter." And Victor's like, "Nah, glorious evolution." Hey guys, I said the thing. Glorious evolution is like it's gonna work, bro. And we can't sacrifice nobody on the path. And Sin's just like, I bet, and leaves. As Vi tracks him down, finds Caitlyn, and all it takes is Vi saying "cupcake" one time to break her, bro. She caved immediately.
Instant folded,
bro. It's wild work. So they do the most obvious plan of, make it look like we still hate each other so that I can sneak you into the camp, and then I go do my part of the plan while you do your part of the plan. To save Vander's life. And then Mbessa gets got because she doesn't look. She's 5 head. Like no. She's Mbessa's pretty smart, pretty 4 head thinker, but she's not 5 head. She couldn't see through the rules. All right. So Vi fucks her shit up, then heads back home. But while that's happening, Jinx and Isha hold down the fort, protect Caitlyn from a swift death, get a fire ass fight scene. Vi comes back in, hugs her dad, hugs his sister. Caitlyn's like, Jinx killed my mom though. Like, that's crazy. Like, why didn't you tell me about that part? That's like wild. But before we can really get any resolution to that, Mbessa swings through. And right as she's swinging through, so does Jace. By swing through, I mean almost kill another kid, then shoot Victor, ruining everything.
Okay. Enough with the almost killing another kid thing, alright?
bro. Caught bodies of them. Bro almost caught another child body. Be honest, bro. Be honest.
He did, but it's not. He's not. I don't think he's trying to.
I don't know, man. I don't know. There was a lot of people that he could have swung that hammer toward. Why was it a child?
Yeah, he accidentally killed that one child, and he couldn't get rid of that bloodlust.
Yeah, and so Vander's basically dead. All of his memories gone, erased before our eyes as bro freaks the hell out, starts fucking melting lava or some shit. And Mbessa's army fails. All right, they get body left and right, and then Isha's like, but like, what if I did what Powder did, but it worked this time? Real talk, because Powder stuffed a bunch of hex crystals into a thing, was far away from the explosion, lived, and then everyone else died. While Isha stuffed a bunch of X-Tech crystals into the gun, was close to the explosion, died, but everyone else lived. She really is Powder, but the good timeline, bro. Speaking of which,
okay, calling it the good timeline's actually kind of crazy though, because RIP. Let's put that out there. RIP Isha. She was the GOAT.
She was the GOAT.
But
in the match, real talk. But you said you had a lot to say about Act 3.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you handle the recap.
Okay. Okay, and I've got the episodes pulled up right next to me as well, just so we don't get too off track. So speaking of the good timeline, because I think that's what you were that was your transition.
Yeah.
We find out that Echo and Heimerdinger, that You're telling me the multiverse is real? We find out they go to a parallel dimension, which that's crazy. Not even Arcane can escape the multiverse.
I mean, what do you mean that Arcane can escape the multiverse? If you were a real fan, you'd know that League of Legends already existed in a multiverse, and so the multiverse was going to exist in this show too. Actually.
I never played League of Legends because I go outside.
Actually, neither did I. But the lore is very compelling. I'm actually.
But yeah. Anyway, I don't actually care. But I just like poking fun at it. But yeah, so the multiverse is real. They go to an alternate dimension.
At a really cool camera shot of Echo seeing Jinx for the first time. I mean, Powder. And,
yeah.
In the reflection, it's our Jinx, because we see the reflection as he's hearing her voice, so he's thinking about his Jinx, and then we see that it's not. It's wild work.
Yeah.
Everyone has a glow up.
Yeah, it was it took some time getting used to seeing Powder without the long hair. So that took some getting used to. Seeing the other ones back, Milo, Clagger, seeing them back was great. Having Yui Lowenthal come back again, great as always.
The goat.
This
was the best timeline. It's crazy how much that Jason Vi fucked everything up, huh?
Yeah. And yeah, so everything in this timeline is pretty much, smooth sailing, right? Everything here is pretty much perfect, except that Vi is, no longer with them.
Speaking of which, I want to point out that while I was watching it with people, once I noticed, once we got to the scene with them at the bar and like Vander's there and everyone's like chilling at the bar, I was like, oh, so Vi's dead, right? Like that's the difference in the time that Vi died. And I was like, yeah, I called it that she was in the dirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then even Silco was there. Silco and Vander were made up. They were cool.
But speaking of which, I want a play-by-play. I want a breakdown of the timeline of this universe, because obviously what happened is that Silco actually got the letter, right? Mm-hmm. But that means that two things went different. Silco got the letter, and something went wrong at the place that they were robbing from, and Vi gets exploded. So what else is different in this timeline, especially with Heimendinger, coming in and being like all sing-song? I want to know.
Yeah. Dang, there was a thing I was gonna say. Oh yeah. Also, Silco showing up and them being like, oh yeah, we made up and we're cool again. I don't know why. It had the same energy as in What If, when Star-Lord T'Challa was able to convince Thanos not to commit genocide. It was just it was just like, oh, sometimes, well, I don't even remember what he said. It was like, sometimes all you need to do is a good talk or a good convincing or something.
It's crazy how much, it's crazy that, it's crazy. In Arcane, Jason Vi fuck up everything. And in the MCU, apparently, Peter Quill fucked up everything.
Yeah. So
wild work.
That one punch led to where we are now. Think about that.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But this podcast, we're not talking about Marvel, unlike literally all of the other ones.
That's factually not the case.
I'm actually curious. Have we made any podcasts?
Because we just talked about Marvel.
Ah, fuck. I'll edit it out.
Nope, it's too difficult to the conversation.
Dang, people who watch this podcast, they're probably like, I wonder if these guys like Marvel.
Nah. We need like a Marvel mention count in the comments. Like how soon is it after? How long until we mention Marvel?
Yo, yes. How long?
Until we mention Marvel in every single podcast.
Well, for this one, it was 50 minutes. I think that's the longest we've made.
Wild work. But yeah. Echo in this new timeline, though. Give us the rundown.
Yeah, Echo. Let's see, Echo in this new timeline. Let's see. I'm looking at the plot right here. Yeah. So basically, Echo's like, Echo realizes what's going on. He realizes they gotta get back to their universe. And I'm trying to remember what happened after that.
Okay, so what? I have it locked in. All right.
Okay.
So Echo and Jinx, Echo goes with Powder, sees that Vi's dead for real, because of the doll, and goes, "I gotta get out of here." Heads over to Heimerdinger and it's like, "We gotta get out of here." And Heimerdinger's like, "Well, Hex Tech was never made, so the Wild Room doesn't exist, so we're trapped here. So learn to enjoy life." And bro's like, "This ain't my life, though."
Me personally, I'm content. I'm staying. Me personally.
You know what? And that's why you're not the GOAT. That's why you're not the greatest of all time. That's why you MVP points, all right? Because Echo saved the day at the end, all right, because he was thinking smarter, all right?
Yeah, that's fair. That he is the GOAT.
Yeah, so after running away from Jinx and Powder and re-traumatizing her about her sister, and running from Heimerdinger after Heimerdinger's like, "Bro, just live life." Bro finds the location, grabs a bunch of the Hex Tech shards because he assumes that that's the only pieces of it left. When we later find out that Powder still has a bunch of them and maybe we'll make Hex Tech in this universe. But I still don't understand why we even got that shot unless we're going to see this universe again. It's literally not going to matter.
Which I would be happy to see this universe again. That'd be really fun. But yeah, if we don't, then it wouldn't really make sense.
Yeah, no, that was a weird pointless shot unless we see it again. And then bro's like, "Hey, I painted a mural on this tree of Vi. Will you forgive me so that we can work together? Mayhaps."
Mayhaps, my lady. And it works.
And it works, bro. And bro starts building the stuff. We get a whole tech montage. And then bro finds out that he can time travel.
Yes, sir, but only 4 seconds.
Otherwise, bad things start happening to the people around you when you do it.
Very bad things.
Yeah, like bro almost killed Heimerdinger. That's crazy.
Yeah. But it's not his time yet. We still got a little bit more of the episode.
Still got a little more, right? Then we head down to basically prom. Bro gets dressed up nice. We see Silco. Bro sees the girl of his dreams dressed up like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
We basically get into the Spider-Verse, but with hair dye.
Yep, I was about to say. In fact, wait, I actually have an image. Wait, yeah, I'm gonna send it to the chat. If I still have it.
Of them sitting down on the tower, and Miles and Gwen sitting upside down.
Oh no, this.
Ooh, yep.
The Holy Trinity.
It's the fit. It's the fit of all time.
Yeah. it's I grabbed everything from my closet fit.
And then Powder almost leans in to kiss Echo, and then Echo's like pushes her back or like pauses, because this is not, like he's not him.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little weird. So bro's like, "Can we just pretend it's the first time?" Because for him it is his first time, but it's pretty obvious that in this universe, Echo and Powder like had a thing already.
Mm-hmm.
So bro gets the girl of his dreams, only to have to leave, and bro thinks he's leaving with Heimerdinger, and then Heimerdinger does a self-sacrifice.
Yeah, and like probably the most under talked about death that happens in this final act. I saw. But Bo literally just vanished in the thin air, and not in the most literal sense possible.
Especially since we know that like being outside of the wild runes like effect radius means that you like die from what we tested with the Z drive. I don't think he got teleported, bro. I think bro is just gone.
Like, he's dead. Like he's just gone.
Yeah, and then we get the greatest we get the greatest shot in Arcane to me with Echo standing above alternate universe Echo and Powder in the greatest hit of all time as he teleports out.
Yeah, that was hard.
Speaking of which, if I have the money, me and a friend are gonna dress up as base universe Echo and alternate universe Echo.
Bro, there you go. That's your next Halloween outfit right there.
Which means that I'm gonna have the way more complicated outfit to make.
Yeah. Hey, once you get in the cosplay, you'll appreciate it.
Seriously though, I was just like, bro looked so cool, so swag. And while all of that was happening, Jace was having the worst day ever.
Oh yeah, wait. I have I know I already sent someone, but I have a meme about that. Okay, it should have said.
Nah. Seriously though, Jason. Basically, we just get Jace torture porn, and I think honestly that episode is why you don't really hear the people who hate Jace that much be talking. They got all their satisfaction out of watching him struggle.
Yeah, for like, how long even was it? Was it weeks? It must have been like.
Bro, it was weeks.
It was weeks. Yeah, bro had a full beard. Bro, it felt like I don't even know what you would call it. Do you know the story? Do you know the real life story about the guy who was like trapped for like 27 days?
Yeah, in the canyon. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very reminiscent of that. Like, bro was eating bugs and stuff. Like,
he wasn't eating bugs, he was eating like lizards.
Yeah, like just whatever he could find down there.
Yeah, bro, that was a struggle for bro.
Yeah, but we all been there. We've all been there before.
Yeah, and then he gets sent back. Echo gets sent back, and so we're back to where we were in the season. We had to do that little detour, figure out what was going on.
Yeah, do a little side quest, a little pit stop.
Right, and then episode 8 starts us off with Vi waking up from a coma, Isha dead as hell, Jinx jailed as hell.
Oh no, we're getting to there soon.
Yeah, Caitlyn's like, I didn't want to arrest her. She just said arrest me, and I couldn't stop them. I actually do forgive your sister. I realized the same thing you did. Stop yelling at me.
Yeah.
Maddie over at the side being the side hoe.
Yeah, the side chick.
Yeah, so they make plans for war. Jason. While all that was happening, Mel broke free from the prison that the Black Rose had her in, LeBlanc.
Oh yeah, we completely forgot. I think we even forgot to mention that she was even trapped in that.
No, I mentioned it earlier that I feel like I mentioned earlier she got.
Yeah, I'll check it back in the recording. But yeah, she got trapped in the Black Rose, and it tried to manipulate her by pretending to be her brother, and all that was going on.
Yeah, killed her friends.
Yeah,
And so, Mel does a glow up. Turns out she's like a mage, which is like a person who has natural ability to use magic. Her mage power is like some weird like shield stuff, which means that if she ever gets brought to League of Legends, she's going to be a support character or some shit.
I'm pretty sure that they are bringing her to League of Legends. I think I heard that.
Her mom is in the game. Why wouldn't she?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but so Mel gets her glow up.
Look, a
No,
literal glow up too.
literal blow up too. Yeah. And then LeBlanc's like, "Hey, go back. I don't know how you get there in time, but go back to your city and use the thing I gave you, and I'll teleport in." And then so she and Jace talk, and Jace is like, "My robosexual life partner Victor has gone off the deep end, Mel. Also, how you doing?"
Yeah, how you doing? It's a lot has happened since we last spoke.
Yeah. Also, you saving. Also, I realized that you now realize. Also, I'm gonna point. Also, I get to point out now that weird you did weird magic stuff to save me. Why did
Yeah,
you save just me? And she's like, I literally found out I could do this like a day ago.
yeah.
This was not under my control.
Mm-hmm.
And then before they can continue arguing, Victor pulls up like, "Hey, I'm like a god now. Stand down or like die, I guess."
Yeah, not even like a god. Bro is just literal, like, floating in the vast, just void.
Reaches of
he is literally just God.
Yeah, and then just like, "Nah, we'd win," kicks the thing's ass, but it takes them forever. And bro
Uh-huh.
knows army of those things is coming, and bro can't take on 7.
Also, I don't know why, but unless I'm misremembering, but the design of those things, I forget what they're called. They kind of they kind of remind me of the robots from iRobot. That sort of slick white design.
I get that vibe.
Yeah, I want to find their actual name though. But yeah, I'll continue with what you were saying.
Jace pulls up and is like, "All right, guys, I don't care if you're from the Undercity. I don't care if you're from Piltover. Bro, we are about to die. Like, for real, die. Like, you see this thing on this table? This thing almost killed me. I could barely keep up, and about 100 more of them are about to be on your doorstep. If we got to lock in right now, no more bigotry. No, I swear to God, all right? Either leave or fight, bro, because it's about to go down."
It's about to go down.
And then so the people either leave or they stick around to fight. So we get some fight plans. We draw up some details, and while they're planning for that, Jinx is going off the deep end. And while Jinx is going off the deep end, because Vi was like, "Hey, I'm gonna steal a key and let my sister out, and then we're gonna be cool, we're gonna be chill." Jinx is like, "Nah, I'm gonna go kill myself. Bye."
Bye, Vi. I see
Yeah, while that's going on, Caitlyn pops in, tells Vi that she figured she'd do this, so which is why all the guards are gone. And then they begin having Sesbian
Lex. They begin
the screen.
Yeah, which by the way, did you see apparently that scene got
Tamed down.
And there is actually a petition. I think it has like 5,000 signatures to release the full the full scene.
Here's the thing. It's animation, so if it got tamed down, it got tamed down before it was drawn.
Animated.
Yeah, so there's no Snyder cut to release, just like how there wasn't no Snyder cut to release of the Snyder cut.
Yeah. The Snyder cut was a hoax. It was an urban legend.
They had to make the Snyder cut when they released the Snyder cut.
Yeah, because getting off topic for a little bit, because I'm pretty sure they gave him like $70 million dollar budget to finish the shooting and stuff, and they had to film extra scenes. So like there wasn't a Snyder cut because it was never finished.
Yep. Same shit, different studio.
Yeah, like come on Netflix. We know you got, well, maybe not anymore because streaming's dying, but hopefully you have the money to give us an extra.
Hey, it's Riot. Netflix just hosts a thing. They're like, Riot Studios is paying a different animation studio to do this, which is why they cut it down from 5 seasons to 2, so that same animation studio could make those spin-offs.
Oh, okay. Well, Wyatt.
Distribution.
Distribute it, yeah. Well, we just need an extra, because it wouldn't cost much. It would only cost maybe a few $100,000 at most to get that extra scene. That's all we're asking for.
Better go pay Riot the money, right? And then Riot pay the guys the money, all right? Otherwise, you're not getting that scene. It doesn't exist
yet. But I think we could talk.
Oh yeah.
We can talk about the elephant in the room, about how Jinx literally said she was gonna go kill herself, and then Vi and Kate then immediately start doing each other.
Well, first off, not immediately. It was probably several hours that Vi was stuck in that jail. And more importantly, I don't think Jinx actually directly says, like, the words that she's going to go kill herself. She just says bye to her sister.
No, she says, like... I'm trying to remember exactly what she says. Oh yeah, she said it's the whole thing about how it's like a cycle and that she's gonna make the cycle stop or something like that.
And no, that's too flowery. That could mean anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the quote right here. It says here, violence is a cycle that can only be broken when one walks away. So that's what she says.
Have to mean death. She is literally walking away. Vi does not have to think that her sister is going to kill herself.
Okay, Vi, you off the hook. Just this once.
Yes, Vi is off the hook. But anyway, so Jinx cuts off her hair and begins to try to kill herself before Echo the goat steps in
and pulls a
this conversation.
He shows up, pulls a Life is Strange, like literally trying to stop her from committing suicide using rewind.
Well, actually, not literally, because in Life is Strange, you actually lose access to your rewind ability during that scene.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But it's similar idea, and yeah, I like the part. It's not meant to be funny. But the part where, because he rewinds like multiple times, I like the one time where she just looks directly at him and pulls it, and then he rewinds again, and this time she tries jumping off and exploding it when she realized that if she just explodes it normally, it'll also kill him. So,
do note, if I remember correctly, people don't know when he's rewinding. So no, she did not jump off because she knows that it would kill him too.
Okay, well, never mind then.
Remember, when we're first seeing the Z drive work, he pulls it multiple times, and they goes back in time and tells them if they've already said it, and they're like, "No, I haven't."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So never mind.
Yeah. Now the real interesting part is bro just going. So you ever had his bro being like, I'm really trying. I'm trying to talk this friend down from killing both of themselves and me. Because bro is gonna get caught in that explosion. He is like feet away.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Yeah, Bo just doesn't feel anything at this point. All the shit he's gone through, all the shit he's done.
I mean, bro has 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Or 4 seconds, rather.
Yeah.
So that's the... Bro just had to keep rewinding that conversation until he figured out the right dialogue tree. And he did it.
Yeah, you have to choose the specific options.
And then we get to see Arcane do like the most realistic war scene I've ever seen with such fantasy-based weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all these people die in ways where it's like, yeah, some infantrymen went out sad like that.
Yeah.
Like the one who like peeks the cover to throw the grenade and then immediately gets got. Just
yeah.
Literally milliseconds of his head being out, and he just dies immediately.
Yeah, at least he didn't do like what some soldiers did, where you go to throw you go to throw a bomb and it accidentally like falls back into your own trench and blows you up. At least he didn't die that kind of death. Yeah,
I mean, real talk though, he should have pulled the grenade first and then just lobbed it over the wall. There's no need to get up.
I mean, unless he had to well, it depends. Were like his comrades like out.
No, he's directly in the front line. Everything in that direction is bad guy territory. Just lob it behind you.
Okay, then yeah, that guy died a dumb death. That was completely his fault.
Honestly, the person who came out of cover to throw the grenade was being stupid.
Yeah, I can agree with this.
Every person in the front row does that instead of like just lobbing it over.
Yeah,
Better grenades get your head.
Grenades are literally designed to be thrown out from behind cover.
Yeah, there are so many ways you could throw that grenade without exposing your body.
Yeah.
Right, that Vi like opening the scene, carrying in someone to further back down the line, just for them to end up dying anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it had to be a jinxer.
Yeah.
And then Shield Guy, the goat, tragically perishing to 3 crossbow bolts in the neck.
Yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P.
Again, very realistic how he died too. Like did the animators have to watch niggas dying?
They had to watch 12-hour compilations of live leak war footage.
Right? Like they animated it like a little too well. Like someone has experience here.
Animated it too well.
Like I will be 100% honest. I think this could trigger someone's PTSD.
You want to test it?
I don't think we know anybody with war PTSD, Nat.
I probably have some relatives or some great uncles or something.
Get wild content. We tried triggering my uncle's PTSD.
Mr. Beast when he finally goes evil.
What do you mean finally? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Ah, relevant. But
Very right.
today,
lunch and then they had to take it out. I guess Mr. Beast, KSI and Logan.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, and Logan Paul learned why preservatives are put in things.
Yeah, it's almost like it's to preserve it so it doesn't go bad.
Yeah. So we get great war scenes, and then we get the great scene of Caitlyn. She heads on down with Maddie. They're on the ground floor. They're charging in. They're about to stop the assault. Maddie is a traitor.
Yeah, which is not surprising, given everything she's done. Every minute she's had on screen, she's done something wrong.
Right, literally, as Caitlyn gets hit, I'm like, oh, so that was Maddie. Maddie was the one who hit her. That's funny. And then Maddie coming in with the I appreciated your warmth is great.
That was the line. He literally, before she was about to execute her, literally just said, "Hey, you have good head game." That's diabolical.
I'll remember it forever in my dreams. Fires. And then Mel comes in to clutch up the 1v1.
Uh-huh.
It immediately gets Maddie shot as everyone around the world cheers.
Oh, by the way, have you seen that scene slowed down? Where Mel didn't put like a field around Caitlyn to protect her. She put a field around Maddie so that
he around and hit her.
Yeah, so no matter where she's shot, it ricochets and hits her.
Yeah, wild work.
But yeah, we smoking that. We're smoking that Maddie pack.
That Maddie packs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, anyways, Maddie's dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Everyone dances on her grave as Mel comes out. I tried to tell you right before the war that we should not be doing this. And now I'll tell you again, we should not be doing this. And then Bess is just like, do you hear that, guys? I think I hear the sound of bitch. Just as they do that, they have to form up to protect themselves against Victor's madness, because while all of this was going on, it turns out they were the decoy force. And while Jace was down there trying to shut down the Hex Tech gate, Victor was just like, bro, I'm like God now. I don't care. And then turns it back on.
Yeah.
And then summons his followers. And so apparently Victor has it on good authority that if you wave the Noxian banner, you're safe from being snatched up.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the middle of the Noxian banner flag, Mel and Caitlin do the greatest 2v1 against Ambessa ever.
Oh yeah, and use the Black Rose against her.
Yeah, and then Caitlin loses an eye to open Mel up to be able to summon to be able to hit the summon button.
Uh-huh.
And then Mel is like, no, you don't just get to take my mom. That's not how this works. You thought I was with you. Nah, I was with me, bitch.
Yeah. Literally kill two birds with one stone.
With one stone, bro. And then Bessa dies, and right before she dies, she's like, damn, daughter, I didn't know you were a real one like that. And then dies.
You know what? W death. What a W way to go out.
What a W way to go out. I didn't realize you were a real one like that. Daughter dies. And then all Noxus is like, well, we got a new king now.
Mm-hmm.
Because their loyalty is to strength and strength alone. Real talk, mad respect.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear about how Noxus and Piltover have like a really good trade agreement now.
Yeah.
Since Mel's on the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So while that's happening, Jinx and Echo came in to try to help with the army stuff, and
Jinx comes in all badass like.
Yeah, the hot air balloon she's in has like a bunch of Isha iconography too. It's really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and just as they come in, Victor starts doing his bullshit, so they got to start dealing with that. So Jinx and Vi are in location because Warwick rolls up wearing the Victor colors. Starts beating down on his children again.
Again.
This time there's no Vander to get through. Bro is gone this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As Victor prepares for the clutch up of the century, didn't need nobody's help but his own. He starts bringing people into the light. He brings Jason to the light. Jason tries to tell him, no, bro, this ain't how it's supposed to go. Victor's like, I don't care, bro. Everyone's posed up like they were in the future timeline. It seems like it's all going to come to fruition. Then Echo comes through like the goat he is. Swings in so fast, uses the Z drive to dodge death again and again and again. The lights have turned on. Bro decides, well, if 4 seconds is enough to save me, these bodies aren't human enough to care about dying. Rips that shit back. Throws that shit into Victor's face so hard that he's finally able to read Jace's memories, realizes that he himself sent Jace back in time to stop him from fucking everything up. And then bro's like, I gotta leave, bro. I can't believe I was fucking all this up. And Jason's like, no, we leave together. You wanna know why?
Gay.
Because we're partners. And so Jace and Victor end up just disappearing from the timeline. Yeah. Probably to read a different season. Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone holds funerals for all those dead. Echo sits where he sat.
Oh, are we skipping over Jinx's quote unquote death?
Oh yeah, of course. So while Victor's no longer controlling Warwick's still going off, and so Jinx does the self-sacrifice maneuver, but gets her grenade out, blows herself up, or at least it looks like she blows herself up. Vi's devastated because she finally for real lost her sister and her father. Crazy work. Can't keep a family around. She's finally sticking around with Caitlin, who decides not to tell her that there's like a 95, 98, some percent chance that your sister is alive.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep that to myself,
You don't need to get her worked up about it, just in case that she's not, like it's a chance. I respect it.
Yeah, a very high chance, but
But that's just because we're the audience, we saw the airship.
Mm-hmm.
We get to see my boy Echo posted up, GOAT, greatest of all time, literally clutched up the 1v1 million.
Uh-huh. And then
literally the only reason why our timeline isn't the worst one.
Yeah, and then we also we get like a quick shot of Singed as well. Once again, he got everything he wanted.
Yep, his daughter is back. She's like a robotic body thing, and apparently, like, this is a thing that happened in like base league canon lore. So, like, Singe got everything he could ever want.
Yeah,
Flush up. He's the MVP. He's the MVP. What do I got to say? He won. He won. He is the GOAT. He is the reason why this entire series exists.
Yeah, and for that, we should thank him.
Why Arcane exists.
Mm. Thank you, Singed.
All right, so W to Sins, bro. W to Sins. He got everything he could ever want.
Mm-hmm.
Jinx is off doing whatever, and we'll find out how everyone's story continues in the next 3 seasons. I'm excited.
I am too. Man, this was overall. I'm trying to think how I would compare this season to the first. I feel like the first, because I know for some people there will be that kind of nostalgic factor because it's been years since it came out. But for me, I only watched it this year, so that wouldn't really apply. But I don't know, the season 1 is just special because it's the start of everything. So in a way, I want to say I prefer that. But season 2 is just so good as well. On top of that, season 2 also being very fast paced and having a whole lot of stuff, sort of thrown at you, even if it does make sense. I don't know, season 1 just is perfect. The season 1 is just amazing, and season 2 is also amazing.
Look, I mean, I'm an Echo stand, and so overall, my only complaint about season 1 and 2 is I want more Echo. Honestly, you know what, man, I want an Echo spinoff. I want 6 episodes of just Echo. I want to see what Echo does. Echo is cool.
Yeah, Echo is great. Echo was cool in the first season, but it wasn't until this season where I started to really appreciate him. Like, you know what, he is that guy. He is him.
Echo is the GOAT. Shout out to the Fireflies. I'd join.
Yeah. So, what is our takeaway from this season and this series overall?
All you need to do to make money is to write good.
There you go. Well, actually, no. It's not just write good. It's write good and have a budget that fits the thing you're trying to the story you're trying to tell. Don't spend this show will cost I think $250 million.
No. Remember, because the problem for most things that are written bad are because they had to go and do more shoots because they decided to rewrite this or rewrite that, which means that all you need to do is to write good, and you won't have budget problems.
Basically, what James Gunn's doing, his approach with DC, where he said he will never greenlight a film until a script is complete. Everyone needs to do that. Don't shoot, don't announce, don't do anything until you know what you want to do for certain. Yeah.
No changes to the script once it's made. Right? Mm-hmm. Your script could be so good that you shouldn't want to add anything.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the takeaway. Netflix, Wyatt Games, if you're watching this, and we know you are, because we're one of the biggest podcasts.
That's definitely factually true. Look it up.
Yeah. Number 2 on Spotify, right after Talk to yeah, just keep making good stuff, and we'll keep watching it, and so will millions of others.
Yeah. Real shit.
I think that's all of our thoughts on this season and on this series. It was a very fun ride, even though I
Yeah,
joined very late to the party.
so late to the party.
Literally months, literally a few months before the series ended, I joined. But hey, I'm happy I actually got into it at some point.
Yeah, you know what else you should get into?
Young Justice.
Blue Eye Samurai.
Oh, that's a new one. Sure. I've heard great things about that.
Nice.
How many episodes is it?
I think the same as Arcane, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay, then I'll
Yeah.
probably I'll probably check it out if it's like 8 or 9 episodes.
Yeah.
Well, there we
It's good.
go. Maybe there we go. Yeah. I think this will be our final podcast of 2024. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, wow, swag out, swag out.
I'd say this was a very successful year, not just for the podcast, but for the channel as a whole. We actually did stuff.
Yeah, you know, it's good. It's great.
Yeah, so for everyone watching this, make sure to stick around. 2025 hashtag Year of the 5-man band.
Indeed.
So I guess now we say our closing lines.
Yeah, you know, if we were on a ship and I was the captain, we would probably sink. But hey, at least we die alone together.